the unit they lined up against?
That factors in a lot, and sometimes that's depending on the position. It's a challenging position. It can be challenging for the running back, the quarterback, and so we try to, as best we can, get them with other personnel that are on the field. But yeah, that's part of it.
Somebody said on the CBS broadcast that you compared Taysom to, or said he may be the next Steve Young. Obviously, that's a little grandiose, but
Well, if you look back at Steve's career, and people don't remember his time before he came into the NFL, you had a very athletic player that I think advanced when he got to San Francisco, and he always had great ability with his legs. So you're trying to create visions for a player, no different than how you'd evaluate, how you see Teddy progress and what he can be, and I think that that's the business we're in.
but obviously, saying something like that speaks to you still have a vision for him as a quarterback.
Absolutely, that hadn't changed.
Yeah.
That hadn't changed. Right now, we just feel like as we continue to work on those skill sets, there's other things that he's able to do to help the team, and he's done those pretty well.
And how much? I mean, I know you only get to see so many preseason games, but with everything you've added up, how much has he developed as a passer and reads and progression?
I think both. I said this yesterday and a week ago. I think we've seen a significant growth with both he and Teddy. This is Teddy's full second year, and Taysom the same. We're seeing things take place on a day-to-day basis that maybe weren't happening a year ago.
You have Gardner Johnson playing in the slot. Is that like the kind of Buffalo thing that y'all did the last couple of years with three safeties? Is that as a nickel corner, or is that kind of like a hybrid? How do you kind of see that?
Well, we would consider Buffalo because his natural position would be a safety. So I don't know that you could take any strong safety and play him in that position, but one of the things that we felt he did very well in college was play in that slot position. So he got more reps at it in Buffalo yesterday than the first week. First week he played more safety snaps. So a lot of it depends on the game plan and who we're playing, but yeah, it's one of the things that we feel like he can do well.
Does that require him to learn more than a typical guy in his position?
Well, you're learning some nickel responsibilities when it comes to your man-to-man and/or your zone looks. But he's someone I think picks things up pretty quick and still working, and he still has a ton of room for growth. But we think that was from the very beginning a vision we had for him.
Was that Steve Young vision you had for Taysom? Was that something you had right away when he got here? Or did it kind of develop?
No, I think that was something that, as you began to watch his skill set, you're just trying to think of players that were similar at an early stage in their career.
Sean, is anything, Emmanuel Butler, he's been out a little bit and all, but is there something he has done that kind of shows promise that?
Yeah, look, we've seen some, you guys have all seen it, and now it's just seeing it on a more consistent basis. I think these next 2 weeks will be important for him. He came back after missing a little bit of time. But yeah, he's high pointed the ball well. I've seen strong hands in traffic, and a lot of things you want to see from a young player.
How's his blocking?
I think decent. It's I would say somewhat raw still in learning the force patterns and who to block, but that's something we feel like we can correct. He's certainly willing.
What did you like about Austin Carr when he first got here? And
well, he's a savvy player. He's smart. He understands route principles versus man and zone. I think he transitions real well in and out of his cuts, and so I think the production and the football IQ, all of those things factored in.
At this stage of the preseason, you're going into the third game, I think. What are you looking for from some of these guys that are maybe on the bubble?
I think overall, our first half yesterday, I thought we started well defensively. I thought we were sloppy offensively. I thought our tempo lacked. I think overall, all the details that go into playing well, I think we've got to improve on. And I think this is a good week for us really to focus on the little things specifically to what we've seen in the game. And I know we have an installation and a plan for this week, and yet we have to be able to midstream adjust a little bit and pay attention to what we're seeing. So I think the details and what it takes to execute offensively, there were a lot of things for us to coach off of in the kicking game video this morning, and the same way defensively.
How do you view that competition going between some of those young guys at wide receiver? It looks like you've got a lot of guys kind of competing for maybe one of
Yeah,
those
look, and that process is still going.
Yeah.
You know, it's still ongoing.
Chumpa was a guy that was around a little bit last year.
Mhm.
Is there any specific area you've seen him progress?
Well, I think, look, his strength is playing in the special teams, and so that's where he'd be competing to make the team. And there's a few other guys that are competing for similar spots, and you know, we talk about it every year. You're not just competing with the guys that are in your room. You're competing with the other 31 rooms at the same position, possibly other positions. So really focusing maybe more on the things you can control as a player and less on what you think the cut line might be is important. All right, thanks.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, all right.
Hey, what's this been like for you, kind of learning you're playing both safety and slot in this defense? Is that kind of difficult learning both of those aspects?
Nah, cause it was almost been 2 months, so I've been getting in and out with Coach AG, Coach DA, just learning the playbook, and just when I got there, we got there, make plays and play fast.
Is there any difference, like technique-wise, playbook-wise, from?
Probably a little bit of technique.
Yeah.
I get used to playing a different technique than I used to playing at Florida. More of a bump and run. Now I'm more of a catch and carry type deal. So just able to slow my feet down, slow my eyes down, be able to do what I gotta do.
2 games in, how would you say you've done so far? How you feel?
I feel like I adjusted, but I still feel like I'm a couple steps behind. But that takes time. I'm a young guy, so I'm gonna get in there with Coach AG, dial everything down and get everything squared away.
How are you liking special teams?
I mean, my freshman, that's all I was at Florida. So, I take pride in it. When they call you out there, you got to make a play. So when I go out there, I just take pride in, do what I got to do, and just do my assignment. That's all.
It looked like on one punt return they had, you got down there first, but then I don't know what exactly happened.
Just technique. That's what I said. Talk about earlier. Just got to do what I got to do. Settle down and break down, make the tackle. That's also prevent the touchdown.
You think you should have pulled up a little bit instead of going so hot?
I probably wouldn't change anything different besides my technique. That's it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is there any like anything you took from that first game into the second game that kind of helped you out?
Know who you're going against, know your personnel and guys you're gonna match up with. Majority of the times, most of the times are not, because most of the time I'm on tight ends, and sometimes I'll be in the slot. So the first 2 games, I was getting the feel for who I was going against every Sunday and what speed is like and how they play the game and how smart they are. So now, for me, I got to dial in even more and just focus in on my assignment and do what I got to do.
Is there like a moment that stuck out to you when you were just like kind of learning exactly where you were, the type of players you were going against?
I'd probably say this game, because it picked up a little bit. This team, is a great offensive team, so we got a lot of different weapons. So having just know what I got to do and just knowing my assignment, that's all.
So who's some guys in the defensive back room that you sort of talk to a lot of?
I talk to everybody.
I mean, as far as like just giving you advice.
Probably Vaughn.
Okay.
Me and Vaughn play the same position. And then when I get in, he just watch me. When he get in, I just watch him and just learn from him. And he helped me on tips. So when we go watch film and stuff, I just ask him questions and stuff like that.
As far as understanding assignments and whatnot, what do you see as the biggest difference between college and what you've experienced so far?
It's a lot more than what it is in college, because college is watered down. When you get up here, you got to know a different thing. You got to check in and out of defenses. So just basically just getting lined up and playing fast and what you got to do.
Yeah. A lot of us were calling you Chauncey at the beginning of camp. Now we're calling you CJ.
Yeah, it's shortened for my name, because my name's too long.
Yeah,
Everybody's
so,
called me CJ.
well, it's easier to call you CJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
So like a branding opportunity for you, maybe?
Nah, my mom been calling me that since I was 1. And then I got to college, everybody called me Chauncey, but then everybody called me CJ too, but we had like 5 different CJs. So when I got here, it was just me, PJ, and P-Rod. So it's simple with that.
And Curtis Johnson.
Yeah.
Call him CJ.
Yes, sir.
Are there other things that you're coming into the third preseason game? There's a lot more pressure, obviously, on free agents and rookies. But what are you looking at to improve, or what do you need? What have they told you need to take care of when you come into this third game?
Just continue doing what I've been doing. You know, don't go out there and try to do too much just play within the defense. You just let the defense make plays for you, so you make plays for the defense. So just go out there and being focused and dial in and slowing everything down a little bit more.
Thanks, CJ.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anytime any one of us tweets about you, you get like all these retweets from people from Idaho. There's a huge following. How many texts from people back home would you say you get on a daily, if not gamely basis?
Quite a bit. You know, I'm very blessed to be a part of the Idaho family, the Vandal family. It's so awesome and amazing to see all my old friends, teammates, maybe some just acquaintances. I think I had like 5 teammates at the game that had played with me prior. So just everybody that's there and all the love and support they're giving is it's a blessing.
How was this preseason gone? I guess like when you got to camp, you expected it to go a certain way, you expected it to come out. How's it gone compared to your expectations?
Man, expectations are tough because you build something up and you might think something's going to be a little worse than it is, and it seems like it's always the opposite of that, you know. And so having my dad play prior has definitely helped me. Having great leadership in my room and on the team in general, great coaches, a great staff, it has all been a blessing. But there's definitely some things that are a little different than you thought, and there's some things that maybe weren't just how you thought. So it's been fun. It's been a blessing to be out here, but there's definitely some things that are like, whoa, that happened this way, and there's some things like, yeah, I was told that's going to happen. So it's been fun.
Special teams is going to be real important to you, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is. Special teams is going to be very important. Thankful to Coach Rizzi and all of them for just the opportunities that they keep giving me. I'm excited to keep getting better, keep working my heart out in that, and yeah, it's a blessing.
I guess you had to assume the special teams was going to be big for you coming in, but did you expect to get as much run at linebacker with the top group? Or?
You know, I wasn't sure how that was going to go. Again, that's one of those things that you don't really, coming in, you hope so, but you really don't know, you know, you have no idea. And just the opportunities I'm getting to have and just the reps to learn it. You know what I mean? Because it's one thing to study the playbook and it's one thing to chalk it up on the whiteboard and all that, but to actually get to go in and do it either well or maybe make a mistake but learn from it and get to see it happen in front of you and feel it, I'm so grateful for that opportunity. I'm grateful for the coaches. I'm grateful for my vets just really pouring into me and helping me out in that stuff.
With your dad in the NFL, you're getting a grade from your family a little bit on how you're doing?
One more time, sorry.
Are you getting a grade on how well you're doing?
A grade? My little brother always tells me, my brother Christian, who's a linebacker at Idaho, is always like, hey, if you ran a little harder, you could have 2 more tackles. You know, something like that. So my little brothers are always nitpicky at me because I'm nitpicky at them. But they're watching, and I wouldn't say it's a grade. They're just watching, supporting me, loving me. And my dad is definitely coaching me up in a lot of things, but it's great to have it that way, and it's great to be able to learn, not only from my coaches and my vets, but also from my dad who's been here and has done this.
Going into the third preseason game, you know, it's almost the end of the preseason. It's going to be hard making the team for a lot of players. What are you guys stressing, especially guys that are rookies? What do you need to stress going into this game?
Man, we're just stressing the details, and that's something coaches keep talking about, is making sure we're doing the details, the little things. Even watching that first group, defensively speaking, watching that first group out there, DeMario and AJ and every position out there, they were flying around. They shut them out. The Chargers weren't moving the ball well on them. They were getting turnovers. And then when a second group came in, I think a 98-yard drive, little things like that. But if you look at that drive, it was little details, you know, just the little things that coaches are really trying to get us to really pay attention to and really learn from. And so today's practice was awesome, obviously a little sore, but getting to come out here and kind of go through those scenarios again, run through those plays one more time, and getting those little details right, that's been something that we're stressing. I was thankful to get to do that today.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Austin,
Yeah.
it's been like in that receiver room this training camp. Seems like you guys have a lot of talent there. Right?
Yes, yeah, tons of talent in the receiver room. You know, Coach talks about the team being in a race to improve. I think that in the receiver room also, each guy is in a race to improve, to really show the coaches what they want, to fulfill the role that the coaches see you in, and to improve, you know, in your catching ability, in your route running, and in your knowledge of the offense.
And Sean likes to remind us that, you know, when there's a lot of guys competing for 1 or 2 jobs, you're not just competing with the guys on the team, you're competing with the other 31 teams that
Right.
are releasing guys. So
Right.
You guys have to be aware of that as you're kind of going through.
Yeah, definitely. And that truth puts the gameplay, you know, the tape that you put in front of the whole league at a premium.
Yeah.
So obviously you want to be locked in for every preseason game, and you want to put your best product out there.
That almost motivating, you know, when you know that your preseason reps are going to be limited because there's so many guys they want to get a look at that, you know, even if I know the ball's not coming, I need to be real sharp with my techniques anyway.
Yeah. I think it's a double-edged sword because, yeah, there's a small window for you to prove yourself, but you're also more or less fresh. Hopefully, you know, you're not tired and beaten down from a long game. So when you do get in there, hopefully you're fresh and you're ready to go.
Is it maybe difficult to not press it because you know you have the limited reps to not try to do more than make any of the crazy hero plays?
Oh yeah. I mean, you just want to be consistently the same. You know, if you were making hero plays in practice, go make them in the game. You know, as hard as that is.
I heard Taysom say yesterday that you weren't his first read on the
Yeah.
first, so can you kind of walk me through that play from your
Yeah.
perspective?
So you saw so that route concept and that even versus that coverage, 99.99% of the time it's not thrown to me on the wheel, and I think we saw the 0.01% where I think the defense kind of dropped coverage and I just kept running and I mean, credit to Taysom for finding me on that because honestly, I came to him on the sideline and said, "We never throw that,"
Yeah.
and he found me, which was great. Credit to the offensive line too for protecting him well to make that read, and credit to Cyril. I think he was outside and he cleared it out for me just to come wide open.
What is that? Would you say that says about his vision and maturity to recognize that? And also, how would you describe his delivery of the ball? It seemed like he came in there pretty hot.
Yeah, no, I think it was a great thrown ball. I think it speaks to his poise in the pocket. You know, Taysom's a guy that likes to scramble, or that, you know, if there's pressure, he's confident in his legs. But to see him sit in there and to find the 4th, 5th, 6th read, whatever it was on that play, just speaks to his poise and his maturity as a quarterback.
What's the competition like among the receivers, especially the young guys that are trying to make the team? It's obviously a little bit different because there's so many of you guys on it. Can you talk about what it's like, and you're not just competing against the other team, you're competing against guys in the same class.
Yeah, I would say, like I said earlier, it's a race to improve. I'd say that it's a great group, though. We help each other. We're helping each other on the playbook. We're helping each other on the field. We're coaching each other up on the sidelines, even in the game. And I mean, we all want to succeed. We know that the receiver room is going to look different in 2-3 weeks from now. So, you know, helping each other improve is I think sort of the ethic inside the room, which is cool.
I know it's your 3rd year. Is there any kind of different feeling or comfort for you now in your 3rd year, maybe compared to last year?
Yeah. I would say the offense has definitely come. It's more natural. It's like breathing. Being able to be plugged in different spots in the offense feels better now. And then just, you know, another year of experience with Drew helps a lot, just for us to be on the same page.
Just going back to that play, you said, what, 0.1% chance it comes to you. Did the coaches take notice of that, you know, you were still ready in a position even though you knew that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the kind of, I mean, it was almost like a warm-up ball before the game. Those are the things that you must catch. And if you drop, you know, I'm not standing here, you know, and you guys are probably ripping me apart, right? But, yeah, the coaches notice a guy that's in the right place at the right time. And I again, just credit to Taysom for finding me on that.
What's Taysom's first read on that?
I think it was the tight end who's inside me, then to the post, and then, no, it might be the tight end to the backside receiver on the shim route, to the post, to the back. I mean, so I think I'm the 5th option. I'm not a quarterback. I'm not in the room, so ask him. But, yeah, just credit to him for that.
Thanks, Ed.
Yeah,
We'd be
great.
gently